Welcome to the Sisterly Shove, a podcast designed to push you headfirst into the utterly unserious world of sports. Our goal is to make talking sports less intimidating, whether you're a rookie, seasoned pro, or a boyfriend just trying to keep up. We're Cass and Emma. Let's give it a shove.
Yay!
Yay! Okay, so first episode jitters are out, and we're done talking about ourselves.
Yes.
Well,
okay. I mean, are we? Are we?
No, never.
Yeah.
But now we can actually get into talking about sports.
Yeah, what y'all are here for. So just a little bit of a refresher. We are sisters that love to talk sports, and we really want to create a safe space for people to learn more about fantasy, learn more about sports. We're leaving that toxicity and judgment at the door, you guys. We don't want to deal with it because it's too much.
Yeah, talking sports should be fun, y'all.
Literally. And it is fun when you get to do it with your girlies. So, if you want a little bit more of a detailed origin story, feel free to check out our first episode, Meet the Family.
Yes, but on the agenda for today, we have two segments, one called Divisional Dram, where we're going to drop a little bit of lore behind two of the hottest divisions in football. And we'll also have a Fantasy Football 101 crash course, which we like to call our secret gardens. So let's go ahead and just get into it. So this segment, Divisional Dram, is all about lore dropping, where we're going to give you the team histories, rivalries, and just what we're watching for heading into the 2025 season. If we cover anything that has happened during training camp at the time of recording, training camp is ongoing, and we're not putting out these episodes quite yet. So,
we're doing our
best. If something happened, don't come for us.
Right, truly. We're not going to, we are not TMZ quite yet, but, we're working on it.
But before we get into all of that, let's break down a little bit more of how the NFL is actually structured, because it can be confusing. Emma, you've had some experience with that.
I've had some. I literally, until the end of last season, I thought all the teams played each other. And, it was kind of a sad realization, or a sad thing to hear, that I'm crazy and, they don't.
You're not crazy. I mean, it makes sense, because I think MLB, NBA, and NHL, all of those other leagues, their seasons are so much longer, and they usually play every other team in the league, but that is not the case with the NFL.
Yeah, and it was just hard for me to clock that, this is a big contact sport. These guys get hurt all the time. So playing each other once is kind of crazy. But like I said,
they can't have that many games, because they're literally getting into mini car crashes every single time they play.
So just learn that. So, we're all learning here.
That's okay. We're all learning new things, learn something new every day. So I'm going to attempt to break down the structure a little bit for you, just so that it makes a little bit more sense.
Please.
So there are two conferences, the NFC and the AFC. If you care, National Football Conference, American Football Conference, nobody cares. We don't need to know all that. But then nested within those two conferences are divisions. So there are 4 divisions per conference. So 8 divisions total.
Okay.
Math. The math is mathing.
Right.
So since there are only 18 weeks in the regular season, every team also gets a bye week. So every team only plays 17 games. 2 conferences, 8 divisions, 4 teams per division equals 32 teams total. As we said, not everybody can play every single team.
Okay. And so this is where my confusion comes in. So how are games decided? How is it decided who plays who?
Yes. Great cue. Also something that I keep learning about, but I do know that the divisions are important, because a team will play every team in their division twice a year.
Okay.
Every single year, no matter what. That is set in stone. So that accounts for 6 of the games already.
Right.
And then the other ones, I thought that basically some old rich white dudes just rolled into a room and were like, okay, which matchups are going to be good?
Right.
Yeah.
Rolled into a room.
Rolled in, whether that's via wheelchair or rolly chair. I don't know. And that's none of my business.
Right.
But actually, that is sort of kind of how it happens. But there's some arbitrary rules that go along with it. So I think it's pretty even. The other, 11 games that are played are split pretty evenly between the two conferences.
Okay.
The divisional thing gets weird.
Right.
If you want to look it up, go to the NFL website.
Yes.
If you want the nitty gritty. But basically, every team plays the 3 other teams in their division twice a year, no matter what. And then the other games are split between AFC and NFC teams.
Right.
But then that's where it's like, okay, so we can kind of decide what matchups are going to be good because they can pick whatever team they want.
Yeah.
To play those games.
I just be waiting for those schedule dropping TikToks, you know. The social media teams are kind of eating down these days.
Oh my God. Yes. They've really upped the game in the last couple of years. So speaking of schedules, you're like, okay, I love that schedule drop. So since it's kind of arbitrary of like what's going to be the best matchup, some schedules might be determined to be harder than other schedules.
Right.
So like some teams might be playing a lot of teams who did really well last year.
Yeah.
Where like other teams aren't. So that schedule drop is important because then it's like, okay, who has the toughest schedule?
Okay. Right.
If that makes sense. Okay. So that's how schedules are decided and the NFL is structured. One last thing about conferences.
Yes.
Because you're like, when does that come in? And we'll cover this a little bit more when we get into later in the season, like the playoff structure and how like playoffs are decided. But for now, just know that once it gets to the playoffs, AFC teams only play AFC teams. NFC teams only play NFC teams. And then the 2 winners of each conference then play in the Super Bowl.
Okay. So, yeah, it is kind of like basketball where in the playoffs, they all play the teams in their conference.
But during the season, they play kind of whoever.
Okay. Easy.
So, obviously, there's lots of beef everywhere because at the end of the day, we do all play each other at some point. Like, everybody hates each other. There's always a reason to hate a team or to love a team. And that's beautiful to me.
Same. I love it.
I love a little rivalry. Oh my God. I'm a hater.
Me too. And honestly, bring back more of them. Like, I want to see almost all games be a wrestling match, low-key.
First up, I chose the divisions of the 2 conference defending champs. So last season, obviously, we said Philadelphia Eagles. They are part of the NFC East.
Okay.
And the Kansas City Chiefs are the AFC West. So, Emma, do you have a division that you would prefer to go first? Chiefs or Eagles?
We start with first is the worst, the Chiefs, because we have to give Jalen Hurts his flowers. He is the best.
Okay, beautiful. So, I love that. I love that take. That might be a hot take.
Honestly, I mean, he got the ring, so he is the best as of right now. You can agree to disagree, but whatever. That's what I'm saying. The people listening.
Yes, I'm gonna say I'm not coming for your take, girl. I believe women.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to read all 4 teams from that division and their record as of last season. Leading the division, obviously, is the Kansas City Chiefs. Their record last year was 15-2. Behind them is the Los Angeles Chargers at 11-6. Then the Denver Broncos at 10-7. And finally, the Las Vegas Raiders at 4-13. So I'm going to give you guys a little summary of things I sort of pay attention to or that I know about each of these teams and what I'm anticipating going into that season. And then we'll cover at least one piece of beef between the teams themselves.
Yes.
So starting off, obviously, Kansas City Chiefs. Do they really need an introduction, y'all? Do they? They almost hit a three-peat last year, which has never been done. No team has won 3 Super Bowls in a row back-to-back. Patrick Mahomes is the quarterback. And since he has been the quarterback of the team, he has appeared in 5 Super Bowls and won 3 of them.
Yeah. How old is he?
Oh,
Do we know? Is he like a younger, like, would you consider he's young or like, is he old now?
Let's do a quick Goog search. I want to say 30? 29.
29. I
29?
feel like, okay, I'm not going to lie, like 5 Super Bowls being 29 years old, color me impressed. Love him or hate him, you just can't deny that that man is talented. And do I think that he gets all of his talent from Satan? Yes, I do. But that's not for me to judge.
What in the devil worship is going on here?
It's not for me to judge.
Let me tell you something. Patrick Mahomes and all his dad bod, ketchup on a well-done steak, and Kermit the Frog glory has been to 5 Super Bowls.
What? 5 and 1 3?
Like, it's insane to me. It is insane to me. So obviously Patrick Mahomes is the talk of the entire league. Everybody knows his name. He's got his bestie, Taylor Swift's boyfriend, on his team with him right by his side. And their coach, Andy Reid, is notorious for just being an amazing coach in the NFL.
Right.
I don't know what's in the water over there,
Right.
but they just what's in the well done steak.
Right.
I don't what's in the Kansas City barbecue over there, because they are the team to beat, point blank period. Doesn't matter your take. Wins are wins. And that's sort of the argument.
Truly, I mean, my little quip on him, my hot take, I'm not gonna lie, I think he went out super embarrassingly in the Super Bowl.
Boring.
Fun to watch if you're an Eagles fan. Like, I love that for y'all, but boring to watch as
it did kind
else.
of feel good. It was like
evil
cathartic.
Has been defeated. Like, what?
It was like, not only are you gonna lose, but you're gonna like
badly lose.
Get beat down.
So, but my strong prediction for next year is I think Patty Mahomes is going to come out with a vengeance. I think he knows that he was embarrassed, and I think he's going to be right now my silent pick for league MVP. We'll see.
Yeah, honestly, I could definitely see that. I would not be surprised one bit if he just comes out and has a monster year. And one thing about me, like, I can respect greatness, but also I'm like, I know this isn't very like woo sports, the best of the best wins, but I'm like, let somebody else try.
Share some, and you know
share
what?
The well.
Yeah. But I am a true believer that if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. And right now, Philadelphia Eagles are the best. And it was so fun to watch the team that had been winning get knocked down a peg. Sorry, Kansas City fans, but everywhere else was rooting against you. Sorry.
So true. It's so true. All right, moving on. We can stop freaking talking about the Chiefs now.
Yeah, for real.
Moving on to the Los Angeles Chargers. So their quarterback is Justin Herbert. He's been the starting quarterback since 2020. I believe he came in with the likes of like Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. So he's in that quarterback class. And he's widely regarded as one of the best starting quarterbacks in the league.
He low-key gives to me like a rich man's Trevor Lawrence. Like,
yes.
He's good. And he
so
can
hear
play,
this stat. Hear this stat.
Yes. Give it to me.
He's been in the league since 2020.
Okay.
Yet somehow he has only played in 2 playoff games and lost both of them.
See,
so he's regarded in terms of like skill and stats as one of the best quarterbacks, but like he doesn't really have the wins to back it up. So I mean, what's your take on this Justin Herbert phenomenon? Is he a good player if he doesn't have that postseason success?
My belief is like watching basketball, I am always like, you can be good in the regular season, absolutely, because obviously regular season games matter to getting into the playoffs. But if you're like peaking at the end of the season and it's not translating to the postseason, I always think I'm like, okay, if I'm going to build a team, like, do I want a player that has repeatedly choked in the playoffs on my team? I'm sorry, I don't. Like, I understand that regular season success is important, but obviously the goal is to win in the postseason. And I'm sorry if you just can't do it. Like, I'm turned off of you.
Yeah.
And Justin Herbert,
that can just be the difference between good and great, right?
Right.
Like, you can still be good. Your numbers can be great. But like at the end of the day, if you don't win, then it's like,
then
are you really going to be solidified as like one of the great quarterbacks?
Yeah. And if he can get over this hump, like, good for you. I'm proud of you, pal. But I like at this point, it's just he has not given me nor the people of Los Angeles, I would like to say, the trust.
He has let down the people of Los Angeles.
Down. And like, that's a lot of folk. But like, you need to, at this point now, like, he needs to prove it. Like, I can't be comparing him to Lamar Jackson or the Joey B's because he hasn't proved it. Like, come on, babe, you can do it.
Honestly, I'm rooting for you. Please do it, because like he is so cute and innocent, and like
I'll be
I
a
don't
hater.
know how to describe it. He's just like,
he's baby girl.
He is baby girl.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's so baby girl. So anyways, I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you, Herbie.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get out there and I'm gonna play all game.
Like, please, we're begging.
They did try to make some changes. Last year they hired a new coach, Jim Harbaugh. That's just a team of freaks over there, you know? Like,
honestly, the perfect way to describe them. Truly,
Jim Harbaugh, freak. That is a freak.
Yep.
He is so silly.
Ye
That's one of those, like, look up some clip. Like, I feel like I'm
I'm
always seeing
gonna
some weird ass clip of Jim
I know
Harbaugh.
you know what? I'm gonna
So
TikTok clip them. I'm gonna look at those. I know I'll find something.
you got to get on NFL side of TikTok because it's honestly
Okay, low-key, I was
hilarious.
for a minute when the season was. I was for a minute.
So moving on to the next team in the division, the Denver Broncos. Mhm. So
Okay.
this is a team that acquired a new quarterback last season, Bo
Mhm.
Nix.
Bo Nix. I'm kind of a
Mhm.
stan, I'm not gonna lie. I've been seeing a lot of his media these past couple days, and I think he's, like, kinda hungry for something, and so, I don't
They
know, I'm
definitely
kind of a
are.
stan, I'm kind of a stan.
Yep. So, well, going into last year, there were like no expectations for the Broncos. They did not have
Right.
a good year the year before.
Mhm.
Let go of Russell Wilson, their veteran quarterback, drafted
Yes.
Bo Nix, and Bo Nix wasn't even, I don't think he was like all that in the
Mhm.
draft. Like he
Mhm.
wasn't like highly sought after or anything. So there were like really no expectations on this team.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden they started playing really well. They
Mhm.
had a good year, ended with a winning record, and also made it to the first round of the playoffs.
Like
So that was nuts.
That is like, I'm very impressed and happy for Denver fans because they
Hmm.
kinda deserve something Denver football fans, I should say, like,
Yeah,
watching your team
no,
be
for
asked for
sure.
so long and then, like, making the playoffs. I think a lot of them were like, "Okay, we're probably not gonna do anything post this, like, playoff appearance," but I think it gives them hope for, like, this season.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, talking about this season where you're like, they're hungry,
Mhm.
even it's just training camp right now.
Yeah.
And they have been not afraid to talk about Super Bowl runs,
Ugh,
which
I love that.
I
Getting
love it.
chills.
I know. I'm
But are
like,
you like,
okay,
is it, like, a little too much
is it
right
a little
now,
too
babe?
soon? Is it a little
Yeah.
too soon?
'Cause will this be Bo Nix's sophomore season now?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, a common trend in the NFL for some reason is the sophomore slump. So, a
Mhm.
rookie quarterback comes in, does crazy stuff, and then his next season is kind of like lackluster or mediocre.
Right.
So,
Yep.
that'll be something to look out for
Yeah.
if Bo Nix has a sophomore slump. Lastly, the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah. I don't even know this team, to be quite honest. I
Like,
know they're ass.
what?
Like
Yeah, what is there to say? They not a great team, y'all. They've consistently sucked really, really freaking bad. Um, just another team that's plagued with not having a good quarterback. At the end of the day, quarterbacks are really driving your team,
Right.
your offense to success. It
Mhm.
is vital to have a good quarterback, and they
Yep.
just don't really have one. But
Yeah.
this year,
Sorry,
I
Gino.
was gonna say, who did they sign, Emma?
Gino Smith.
They signed Geno Smith. He used to be most recently was the quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks.
Mhm.
I think they were mid last year. They didn't make the playoffs, but I think they were like sort of close.
Yeah, the Seattle was. I think
Hmm.
that is right.
So we'll see. And they also in the offseason drafted the number one running back prospect.
Okay.
His name is Ashton Genty.
Like they're trying to do like a little bit of a rebuild or something here,
Yeah. Yes. You can
Trying
see that. You can
Yeah,
see
like,
that.
I'm
So
not
like,
gonna come out and be like, "Yes, these are playoff contenders," because what were they
mm-mm,
last season? 4 and 13. They weren't even a 500 team.
far from it. Far from it.
So, maybe they can get more than 4 wins. That's what I'm hoping for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yes, that's the question. Is it just at least going to be a little bit of an improvement from where
Right,
they were? Because
right.
4 and 13 is really, really bad.
That's
It's really, really
sad.
bad. So in terms of drama within this division between these teams, obviously it's everybody versus the Chiefs. No duh.
Mhm.
And honestly, that applies to all of the teams in the NFL. It's
Yeah,
not just the teams in their division. Yes, the
right.
Eagles won last year, but like the Chiefs have been dominant for like 5 years.
And
So
remember, the Chiefs get to play all these teams twice? So,
yes.
like, it's, like, kinda light work to them. Like, I mean, some of these
In the
teams
past, it's been easy. I'm
right.
just gonna say it. Just
Maybe
gonna say it out
Denver
loud.
can do something for them, like, give
Right.
them a
Like
little run for their
they're
money,
yes, I think even
but
last year like the Chargers and the Broncos improved from where they had been previously,
yeah.
where the Chiefs are kind of in a weak division, but now I think the Chargers and the Broncos can
Mhm.
actually compete. But in terms of the rivalry that comes to mind when I think of this division,
Yes.
it's going to be a surprising one.
I'm excited.
It's the Raiders and the
Oh, oh
Chiefs.
my gosh, because of that one guy.
Yes, exactly. It's because of Max Crosby. So Max
Yes.
Crosby is a defensive end on the Raiders. So the defensive ends, their job is to pressure the quarterback. So they're just running,
Yes.
trying to get a sack.
They're literally so irritating to the quarterbacks. Like their job is just to be an asshole to your
Yes.
QB1s.
So even though Max Crosby is on a shitty team,
Mhm.
Max Crosby knows how to get under the skin. I saw this in the first season of Quarterback.
Oh,
Patrick
yes.
Mahomes was talking about this,
Yes.
where like after the play is done, after the ball is gone, he'll still like keep running a little bit and maybe just like give him a pat on the back. Just a little
Okay.
something, a little shit talk,
He's
a
literally
little
he's little broing him. He's like, oh, I'm going to fuck
he's
with
like
you.
making contact when it's not necessary. So he's always there. He's always
Yep.
lurking. He's always reminding
Mhm.
you like
He's like,
I'm
I'm going to
coming for
make you
you.
remember me, actually.
And it's sort of like when you were a kid and I don't know, some random like boy who has a crush on you is like, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching
Yeah.
you, and is going like this at you.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it's
Just
giving.
fucking irritating. Like,
Yeah.
mhm.
Fucking annoying.
Yep.
So that's I guess the rivalry there.
Yeah.
It gets intense on the field. But they have mutual respect for each other. I would say it doesn't really get crazy off the
If they
field.
had real mutual respect, they would just kiss.
No, and like
Like,
I'm going and I'm writing fan fiction about this
come on.
later.
I'm actually penning it right now. I have some
Wattpad, look
ideas.
out. Wattpad at the Sisterly Shove.
Find us. We will have your greatest fantasy football fanfics ready for you.
Too funny. Yeah. So Mahomes has to play him twice a year, and he's good at getting under the skin. So
Right.
that is the rivalry that I decided to highlight for this specific division.
I like
Obviously,
it.
rivalries are between all of these teams, some more than others. So
Mhm.
if anyone has a take or wants to share other rivalries within this division, put it in the comments.
Right.
Let me know.
Right.
Let us all know.
We
'Cause
love the fucking drama of it all. Like, truly.
drama, the
We
lore.
love the storyline.
And I love to learn because also it's kind of hard, like when you're not a part of that division, to truly know the
Right.
hate fire.
Yeah.
And
Right.
like
Right.
for what exact team, you know,
Mhm.
and some of these are just like generations.
Right.
So the overall plot points for
Yes.
this division. Will the Chiefs maintain their dominance? Will Justin Herbert finally win a playoff game in his 5th year? Can the Broncos maintain their surprising success? Their Super Bowl talk, is that like arrogance, bravado?
Right.
Is it like I don't know what it is. I'm like
arrogance or
loving it,
elegance?
or like delusion,
Yeah.
mayhaps.
Mhm.
That's okay. I'm delusional too, King.
Like, truly.
And then lastly, can the Raiders just improve their record with their new
Right.
pieces?
Like, honestly, I would love them to be a 6-win team. Give me 6 wins, babe.
And that's beautiful. And that's on
Yeah.
growth.
That is on growth.
Okay, one last question for you in
Mhm.
regards to the AFC West, Emma.
Yes.
I want to know what your predictions are for the rankings. I don't need
Okay.
like records or anything.
Okay,
That's a little
good, 'cause I
too
was
high.
like,
That's a little too high tech
I'm
for
just
me.
learning about how many games there are in a season. I think the Chiefs will be number 1. I mean, I just do. They're good. They've always been good. Whatever. They're my number 1 team. I do like the idea of putting the Denver Broncos at number 2. I think that's just fun. It raises the stakes a little bit. I like that they're kind of talking a little smack. I think that's very brave of them. So I'm going to give
like
them that. And then baby girl, Justin Herbert. I am going to put the Herbie at number 3.
So you don't think Justin Herbert
No.
is gonna
Like,
win a playoff game? That's sad.
you know, I mean, no. Unfortunately, I think the Rams own the city of the LA, not the Chargers.
Period.
So, and then Las Vegas, you're staying in 4th.
But with more wins than last year.
Exactly.
So if you think about it, you're still moving on up. How about that?
Thank you. Exactly. So that's what I would say.
Yeah.
Are you any different?
Okay, so I just have to be different so that
You have to.
I have to. I think the rankings are going to stay the same as last year.
Yeah. That, I mean, also really good option.
I mean,
too.
you know, but if you would have said that they're going to stay the same, I would have said Denver.
Okay.
Is second. So like,
we're so smart.
I know. I also like the confidence that they have. I think confidence is key. Fake it till you make it.
Right.
I've kind of lived my life like that up until this moment. So I really
Literally still to
relate
this
to
day.
them like on a
My-
fundamental, I have like a soul tie to that sort of
Oh my God.
mentality.
Yep.
So no, I would have said the same thing, but just to be different,
Yeah.
I'll do
Well,
Chargers in
and
second.
Justin
And
is
I
a
am rooting for my
regular
man
season.
Justin. I want him.
He is a regular season demon.
Okay, moving on from the AFC West. Let's get into the
Ooh.
NFC East.
This one's a little bit more exciting because there's like more than one good team.
So true. This is a good one. Emma, that was a good call to start with the AFC West. So we have some amazing teams that I actually cannot wait to talk about.
Oh my gosh, me too.
Oh, I'm going to, again, read the teams in order of last season's record from best to worst.
Yes.
Obviously, coming in at number 1 is the Philadelphia Eagles at 14-3. Then the Washington Commanders at 12-5.
We love the Commandies.
Our snaps.
Yes.
And then the Dallas Cowboys at 7-10.
Mhm.
And then last, well, and literally least, I would say, but not least, but like literally
Is this the
least.
worst team in the NFL?
I don't think so.
They
I'm
have a
pretty
real
sure
sad record, y'all.
They do. It is 3-14. Oh, maybe they were the worst team in.
Oh
Oh my God, it was the New York Giants. But they were tied with the Cleveland Browns and Tennessee Titans. So
duh.
you could say least.
Yeah, they're one of
Least, but definitely least in the division. Let's just say that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Those are the 4 teams that make up the NFC East. Let's learn about them each individually. Coming in at number 1, y'all. Fly Eagles fly. Fly Eagles fly.
Literally. The what is it? Town of brotherly love.
Yes, so this team is famous for the tush push, which is also known as the brotherly shove, which inspired this pod's name.
And how iconic, first of all, it is, but I do have to ask, dare I, unfortunately, but what is the tush push? The brotherly shove, if you will.
The brotherly shove. Now we're taking our own take on it, sisterly shove.
Yes.
So
the better version, honestly.
The tush push is a very controversial, I should say, play. You know how you get 4 tries to make it 10 yards down the field, to get a first down.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So say you're within a yard or 2, you've got a short distance. So the Eagles will play a tush push. Basically, in your offense, you have your offensive line, the really big guys who are blocking for you. As soon as they start the play, your fullback or your running back is going to literally just push your quarterback right over them. It's controversial because it has a 92% success rate, according to the NFL. So it's a very successful play. It's very, very pretty much impossible hard to stop. There is no other play in football that has that high of a success rate. And some people are like, oh, this is like a rugby play, or like, oh, that's not fair. They could push or what.
Right.
I don't know. I don't really have an opinion.
I mean, if it gets the job done, figure out how to stop it, I guess.
Right. As impossible as that may be.
Right.
So that's the tush push.
Love. They're so in love with each other. What you mean it's called a tush push?
Kiss. And they literally push his ass. Or like there's so much ass touching. There is so much ass touching
on their toes.
in the NFL. I mean, the quarterback, when they're right up on the center, they're literally hand in gooch. Hand in gooch. I'm being serious. No.
Nice to meet you.
Credit card swipe damn near. Like
Yeah.
No, so like just kiss already. Like y'all already touched each other's privates.
Like literally, how have y'all touched each other's privates and you haven't even touched each other's lip?
Crazy. Anyways, but overall, in terms of the Eagles, obviously the tush push, but this is in general a very, very well-rounded team. Starting off with our sexy liberal female ally. You know.
We know.
Who is it? Who is it, girl?
Jalen Hurts.
Hurts.
My whole heart. Oh
God. So starting with that, man. And then just a strong offensive line, great defense, great offensive weapons. Overall, amazing team.
Yeah. They are the team to beat. I truly believe like once you win, you are now the team to beat.
Yep, absolutely.
So,
especially with all those weapons, like they're crazy. So that's the Eagles.
Yep.
Moving on.
The Cinderella story of the season, dare I say.
The Washington Commanders.
Yes.
This is the new kid on the block, y'all. Everyone is fascinated. Everyone is charmed.
Oh my God.
Everyone is tuned in.
Yep.
Because this team is historically, I wouldn't say like bad. I mean, they've been bad. But like the last like 10 years, bad to mid.
Mhm.
Their last winning season was 2016 before last year. In 2023, they finished 4-13.
Like, woof. That's
Woof.
tough.
Compared to last season, they finished 12-5. So once they finished 4-13, they were like, I've had enough. I'm tired of being bad. I'm tired of being mid. Gutted that fucking place.
Right. New coach, right? Like
New coach, new front office, new ownership.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Gutted.
Yep. Yes.
So they made some moves. The change that everybody could see. So they drafted our Pookie Bear.
He is so Pookie. Like, oh, I don't even have enough words of affirmation for him. Like, truly.
They drafted Pookie, Jaden Daniels.
Yes.
And he was a stud. So he was the number 2 overall pick.
Because Caleb Williams was 1.
Caleb Williams was the first overall pick.
Yep.
We'll talk about Caleb. We'll talk about Caleb.
We'll get
Sorry.
there.
Right now we're talking about Jaden Daniels, and that man is talented.
He's talented.
How would you describe our man, Jaden? Emma, how would you describe him?
He is a player that doesn't crack under pressure. I think he can operate in space really, really well. And even when there are like players like trying to get his ass down, there's just a sense of calm.
Cool. He's cool, calm, and collected.
And it's crazy because when you think about it, like that shit happens so fast, like in real time, like you are being rushed at and whatever, and you have to make a snap decision. I think he thrives in chaos a little bit.
Basically, all eyes are on Jaden this year because, again, as we said earlier, the sophomore slump is a trend in the NFL. And as of recording this podcast, Terry McLaurin has requested a trade.
Wait, I didn't know that.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, no, not Scary Terry. Wait, really?
Yep. So last year, Jaden Daniels, number 1 wide receiver. They were nutso last year, like absolutely off the charts. Well, Terry and the Commanders have had trouble restructuring his contract to basically get him paid.
And like, I'm a believer in getting your fucking bag. And Terry was playing crazy, you know? And if you're not going to pay him, like, what's he going to stay for?
So, yes, as of today, as of recording this, Terry McLaurin did make a trade request.
The drama in this conference is actually sickening.
This might be just to, like, continue putting the pressure on the front office to get him a contract. Nothing is, like, set in stone until a contract is signed, in my opinion. But like a trade request that's a statement right there.
That is a statement.
That's scary news because, and that's another big question mark then. If Terry isn't on the team, are they as productive as they were last year?
Right.
Oh, we'll just have to wait and see.
We'll have to wait and see.
I know. Unfortunately, we do have to move on to this next team.
I'm sorry for you.
The Dallas Cowboys. America's team.
I don't get it. They're losers. They suck. They haven't won in like forever.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I do feel like they're also like America's most hated team. Is that crazy of me to say?
I don't think so.
Or is it I don't know.
I think it's like you love them or you hate them. Like, and the people that love them are in the city of Dallas.
Precisely. Yeah. So this seems interesting. So 2021 to 2023, the Cowboys went 12-5 all 3 seasons and made it to the playoffs all 3 seasons, only to choke in the playoffs. 2023, I will remember you forever.
I was at a bar watching that game. And
same. Oh my God, I got so drunk.
Same, because they were giving free shots for the Packers touchdowns, and they were some sinister ass fucking sugary concoction. And they kept fucking scoring, and I got hammered. And you know what? In the name of Green Bay, I will. But
they defeated the Dallas Cowboys with a score of 48-32.
Yeah, 48. So I got what is 48 divided by 7? Something evil. However many shots that was. It was bad.
That's beautiful.
That's
what it's all about. I felt Jesus in that DraftKings sports bar.
Yep.
I did.
Yep.
And then proceeded to throw up. But anyways, but they always choke in the playoffs. So you're kind of expecting, okay, Cowboys are going to be good, right? They might be playoff chokers, but they're going to be good.
Right.
Unfortunately, last year they did not meet expectations at all.
Can I give them a little grace? Didn't they get hurt pretty quickly?
I'm so glad that you brought this up.
Thank you.
So their quarterback, Dak Prescott, did get hurt in week 9.
Okay, so like middle of the season.
Right. Going into that game,
Oh my God. I can't wait to hear their horrible
their
record.
record was 3-4.
So like, yeah, they weren't doing well anyways.
Right. Their slide down to 7-10 might have, maybe they would have had a better record if Dak Prescott would have been playing. But Dak Prescott was playing like fucking shit.
Right.
One last thing about the Cowboys. We can't talk about Cowboy drama without talking about this person. Emma, do you know who Jerry Jones is?
Okay. He's the owner, correct?
He's the owner. He is.
Yes. And he's like super old and like senile.
He is 82 years old.
Yeah.
He looks like he's 102.
Yeah.
Like that man looks old as dirt and is old as dirt. And yes, kind of going senile. Like Cowboys fans have been for a couple of years questioning his decisions, which very valid, right? Yeah. Well, last year he decided he's going to give some interviews. Yeah, interviews. He goes on a local radio show.
No, not local radio.
And like some other aging billionaire Looney Tune that all of us know and hate. Jerry decided to lash out at the interviewer for just asking basic questions. Like he went off on this dude and he was like threatening the job of the radio host.
Whoa. Like,
and he's still the owner. He's still making decisions.
Like, that's crazy to me because like, how are you going to see your team be shit for so long and choking in the playoffs in so long? Like,
and then you just don't want to take accountability for the decisions that you've made. For like when you're trying to better your team, guess what? Your team sucks. And now your fans are asking you why that's happening. And you're like, well, fuck you.
Like, dare I say, step down, man. Like, it's just your time. You're 82. Like, 82. You can retire. They'll probably give you a box seat in your name.
All of you 80-year-olds still working in whatever crazy division of the public sector you're working in. Why don't you just like
give
sit
it
down?
Up. Literally just
haven't you ever just
take
like,
a rest?
Like lounge by the pool?
They're not like us for real.
Put some baby suntan lotion on that scary skin.
On that scary ass skin.
And just like chill. You never want to do that? I want to do that.
Retire right now.
Right now.
Literally.
And not think twice.
Literally.
And just another reason I will never understand old men. So.
Truly.
So anyways. But yeah, that's the drama with the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Last, and again least, is the New York Giants.
Yeah. The Giants. I don't even know what to say about the Giants.
Aw, you guys. So another team that's just plagued with not really having a good starting quarterback ever since Eli Manning's retirement in 2020. They had Daniel Jones for a while, then he started sucking, then he got hurt. The last 2 years, they've had at least 3 starting quarterbacks start a game within a season.
Whoa. Okay.
That's not good, y'all. That's not good. Usually, you should have 1 starting quarterback, and then, like, if your starting quarterback is hurt, then your second string comes in. Starting 3 quarterbacks in one season is usually not a very good sign.
No.
I want to say it's no different this year. Their quarterback room is especially wacky as hell. It is the freakiest quarterback room. It
is pretty wild.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
I think as of now, the starting QB spot is Russell Wilson's.
Mr. Sierra himself. Like, that's all I'm gonna...
Broncos country, let's ride.
Yeah.
Mr. Unlimited. Ever heard of him? So Russell Wilson should be the starting quarterback. The other quarterbacks in that room, Jameis Winston.
Oh my God.
That man is the looniest man. I'm like, know this man.
No, he is literally when I had to look him up a couple, like last week or whenever we were yapping about it. Yep. I looked him up on the internet and I am just like convinced that my last brain cell is Jameis Winston, low-key.
Yes. And he has such a zest for life. It is truly beautiful.
He does.
The way he talks is like no other. I don't know where he gets it from. Maybe it's Jesus. He's a very faithful man. Maybe it's Jesus speaking directly from the mouth of Jameis Winston. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm sick. I mean, I think he would love to hear that from you. Like, low-key, I think his ego would be tenfold.
Jameis does not have an ego. Jameis is the most humble man I've ever
I know, but if you told him that he was the reincarnation of Jesus Christ,
he would probably scold me that I would say that, actually.
You know what? He might. He might.
He'd be like, no one is as good as Jesus.
Oh my
No one walking this earth is as good. He
God.
would do something like that. That man is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy in the best way. He is so
Yeah.
entertaining to watch. Again,
He-
go look up Jameis Winston funniest moments. You will not regret it.
No.
Then they have Jackson Dart, newly drafted white pretty boy.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yep. Jackson
There's a blueprint.
with an X.
Jackson with an X.
X.
And then lastly, yes, because they have 4 quarterbacks in that room, is
Right.
Tommy DeVito. I don't know if you remember this. He started his first game 2 years ago, I think. And he also became a meme as also known as Tommy Cutlets. I don't know if you've heard of that.
No, but I am ill. I am
So
sick.
2 years ago, he was the 3rd string quarterback. And again, they started him like they had a bunch of quarterback problems.
Okay.
And his whole family just became like a meme and this viral moment just
Is
because
he
they
the
were so
Italian guy?
Italian. And like Tommy still lived with his mom and his mom cooked him
Yeah.
dinner. And his mom, and then he was like, "What does your mom cook?" He was like, "Chicken cutlets," hence
Oh my
Tommy Cutlets.
God. Yes. Yes.
We might not get to see him play. I think he only played like 2 games last year, but just that's the lore of the Giants quarterback room, which is the most interesting thing about them.
Yeah. Hella quarterbacks. Who are you going to play?
I think it's Russell Wilson. I think that's what they've been saying.
I mean, honestly, I feel like it just should be. Russell Wilson has
Experience.
the most experience. I mean, he has won. I don't know how many Super Bowls, but I know at least one, right?
I think one. Let me see.
So, like, he is a winning player. I just think, like, the unfortunate part about Russell Wilson is he's old.
He's been to 2
did.
Super
With
Bowls, winning
Seattle, I
1.
thought.
Yeah, he's been
Okay.
to 2 Super Bowls, winning 1.
Okay.
So yeah, like I think Russell Wilson is the obvious choice.
Yeah, and that's just like kind of scary.
Yeah, the quarterback drama does not stop for
No.
the New York Giants.
No.
That's for sure. That's the tea for each team individually. We're just going to highlight one point of beef between any of these 4 teams to be the divisional drum. And that is the trade last year of Saquon Barkley.
Yes.
Hi, guys. Coming to you from the editor's room. I don't know if you caught that. If you know football, you probably did. I misspoke. Saquon Barkley was not actually traded by the Giants to the Eagles, but he was let go. They let him walk as a free agent, knowing full well that Philadelphia was in the market for a running back. So I stand by all of my takes and the beef that's between these 2 teams, but just wanted to clarify, I understand that Saquon Barkley was not traded. We can go back to the regular pod now. Just had to make an editor's correction there. Saquon Barkley used to play for the Giants. And let me tell you, the Giants sucked, right?
Right.
Had a terrible offensive line, which if you don't know is very vital in a running back's success because the O-line is essentially moving the defensive players and creating lanes for the running backs to run. So it's very important to have a good offensive line and a good running back. You kind of need both. Saquon Barkley was still productive with a bad O-line.
Yeah.
Okay? And then they're like, I don't know why, decided to trade Saquon Barkley.
Right.
And they were like, this will be fine.
Right. Like, what do you mean? I remember, I don't know exactly like what clip it is or like on what show, but I remember it was some like football. I think it was. I think it
was Hard Knocks. They do Hard Knocks.
Yes. When basically he was like,
the preseason
Hard Knocks. Sick if he goes to Philly. Or if something like that. And it's just like.
And they were even talking like, oh, this might bite us in the ass or something like that about it. And they did it anyways. Yeah, so they did the damn thing. And sure as shit, the Eagles not only beat the Giants' ass, they beat the ass of the entire league because they won the whole damn thing. And now Saquon Barkley is on the cover of Madden.
Like, New York not only lost, they lost bad.
You lost bad. And you even knew it. And you knew it.
And that's the craziest part to me. You know what other rivalry I think could be a little bit in this one? This just came to me, was the Eagles and the Commanders. Because of that one game where the fucking Commanders just threw up an insane offensive game against the Eagles, who everybody was like, they do have this pretty decent defense and like whatever. And then the Eagles beat the Commanders in the playoffs to like move on. I think that is like just maybe like the start of a little rivalry. I would love to see that, that little beef continue. To sum up the NFC East, what were
paying attention to the plot, if you will, for this season.
Yes.
So the Cowboys and Eagles historically fight for the first in the division. Now the Commanders are in talks. So
Yeah.
are the Commanders and Cowboys going to kind of like switch places, or have the Cowboys made enough moves where they're still going to be
Right.
relevant, and now it's going to be like 3 really good teams
Right.
duking it out? Obviously, we talked about the Commanders. Are they going to enter into their sophomore slump, especially with Scary
Right.
Terry's contract up in the air?
Mhm.
And then will Russell Wilson be the quarterback that the Giants are looking for to at least get them a little bit relevant?
God only knows. That's all I can say about that.
I don't know. Time will only
Right.
tell. So, Emma,
Mm.
what are your guesses for divisional
Gosh.
rankings of the NFC East?
Honestly, I do think like kind of the same with the last one, like first and last are really easy. I do think it will be Philly again, and I do think it'll be the New York Giants. Russell Wilson does not move me, truly. I don't know. The Scary Terry news is like devastating for me.
That is
And
scary.
the idea of like Jaden entering his sophomore year, I do still think the Commanders will be a over 500 team. A part
Stand
of
on your
me,
truth, girl. Stand on your truth.
I think I'm going to give it to the Cowboys, and then I think it'll be the Commanders.
So you're going Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders,
Yeah.
Giants.
Which makes me actually, you guys, it makes me feel sick to my fucking stomach. I don't know. Obviously, as a quarterback, I think Jaden Daniels is miles ahead of Dak Prescott, which is like so shitty for Dak Prescott. I need to look more into like what the Commanders' offense is going to look like without Scary Terror.
So I picked the last division to be the same. So I'm like, oh, I can't pick this division to be the same too.
You can though, or we can agree.
I do. Let me say. Actually,
It's tough.
but I feel like I don't agree with that. I'm just a hater, and I don't
then girl don't
like the
Girl don't.
Cowboys.
I just was, yeah, I don't know. There's
And then it's
something
just the question is like, but then how bad are they? Because let's not pretend like the Giants are a good team, but
Yeah.
like they did have one good season with Daniel Jones. Do they have like at least a 500 season with Russell Wilson? And they had the number 1 wide receiver pick last year. So now he's going into his second year. So he's only gotten better.
Okay.
That's Malik Neighbors, by the way, for
Yes.
anybody who's interested.
Yep. No, give it to me. I need to know now.
I
want to know
like-
where you're going with.
I don't know. I can't say that the Giants are going to be third, but like, what if I said that?
And you think Cowboys will be last?
I like can't say that.
Girl, I think you just should. Speak on your fucking truth.
I don't have a truth to this. Hang on. I got to think about this, honestly.
I do feel sick to my stomach putting the Cowboys over the fucking Commanders. I like kind of want to take that back, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stand on it.
So as much as I don't want to say, oh, I think it's going to be the same as last year, because I did that for the last one.
Yeah.
I genuinely do think that's going to be it.
See, now I'm just the one spicing it up this round.
I know, but like I can't help because I ask you first and then you take the spicy.
I know. Well,
then I either have to go too basic or way too spicy.
You know what?
I don't know.
What's going to make me ill is now I'm going to have to actually watch some fucking Cowboys games this season. All honesty, I would love for them to stay in the third spot because I would love Washington to like come back hot.
I think I agree more with your last ranking of the AFC West where you had Denver and the Chargers switched.
Yeah.
I think I agree more with that one. And then I would keep this division the same.
Yeah. I see it.
But we'll see. We'll see. And that's the beauty.
See.
We'll get to watch it play out and then watch our takes sour like fucking milk.
Literally.
Oh, that concludes the divisional drum for this week. Obviously, we're going to be keeping up with these storylines. And I hope the lore drop just gave you a little bit more context and to the situation going on, and will help you enjoy all of the on and off field drama.
Because truly it's such a good part of this season. Like that's what keeps me really engaged. Okay, you guys, we are now going to be entering a segment that we are going to be calling our Secret Garden. I'm going to hand it over to Cass to explain a little bit more what the Secret Garden is and where that little quip comes from.
Yeah, so this might be niche. So the Secret Garden comes from a Taylor Swift lyric. It's a song called I Hate It Here. Yeah.
Period.
And then she says, basically, like, her secret garden is her little fantasy land.
Like, hello.
I hate it here, so I will go to secret gardens in my mind.
Right. It's like when you go to sleep and you're like, okay, I need to plan my little scenario out in my head. Like, what am I going to sleep to?
Or like, I'm a big reader. So like when I'm reading a fantasy book,
girl,
that is my secret garden.
Literally.
I am making these characters. I am forming this world.
Yes. Yes.
So I was
Yes. Yes.
like, oh,
Yes.
fantasy football, secret
Like,
garden. And you know what? In my secret garden, I'll tell you what's in my secret garden.
girl,
Okay.
tell us. Tell us.
My fantasy team is 14-0.
Yep.
I win $1,000 from my fantasy
Nobody gets hurt.
ventures.
Yep.
Nobody gets hurt. All of my players are healthy throughout the entire season. And then the Green Bay Packers win the Super Bowl.
Like,
that is my secret garden. And that is mine to hold and cherish.
It is.
And whatever your secret garden is, you keep that and you go there.
You keep it. Exactly.
And we're going to have to remember these things because I will tell you, I take things way too seriously and I get a little stressed and frustrated during the season.
Yes.
So then I just have to go back to my secret gardens.
You have to go back to that place that brings you calm. And you know what? Sometimes fantasy isn't that, but we are going to give you our tips and our tricks on how to navigate the crazy world of fantasy sports because it is really fun. It's just like really annoying sometimes. So
it'll give you issues.
Yeah, let us take you to our secret garden where, our fantasy teams are perfect. So getting into a fantasy league can be super intimidating. We all know that, especially because this is like kind of a realm that has been dominated by men that truly should have jobs.
And I hate to lose to a man.
Every time. It happens every time. And so like you have all these bros that are like, oh, you can join my fantasy league, but we're not going to help you and like blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, so we have no allies here.
I don't need a man's help.
No.
So it's fine. I'll do the research myself.
I will. But like where to start is like kind of hard because like going into like all this stuff, there's a lot.
Learning to this day.
Oh my God.
We've been doing it for like 4 years and
literally. We've been doing it for so long and I still like don't necessarily have a winning record going into playoffs ever.
Well, something to remember that I always must remind myself is that obviously not everybody can win every year. So even if you are very good or like very knowledgeable, it can just be some bad luck that happens.
Yep.
But my ego doesn't listen to that.
No, my ego is like
rationale.
I'm going to win. I'm going to beat them all. Because let's be so truthful here. We are shit talkers. There is nothing like winning a fucking fantasy game against I'm not going to my dad. Winning against David.
The best feeling ever.
The minute I know my team has won, I'm drafting the most scathing, I told you so, fuck you text. My team just dunked on your ass. I can't.
It just brought me so much joy. My heart is so warm.
Thank you. Truly, there ain't nothing like that. Beating someone that's so annoying in fantasy because he is also a guy that wins all the fucking time. There ain't nothing like,
and he's also a bragger.
A bro that's down.
He's also a bragger and a shit talker. So
we come by it honestly. Whatever.
Where do you think we got it from?
Honestly? Truly. So when we want to help y'all build your fantasy team, we want to help y'all build a good one. So today we're just going to go over the basics, absolute basics of fantasy football. As the season gets closer, we'll dive more into the specifics of it all. But today we just want to explain to you what a fantasy roster will look like and how your points are scored. So basically, when you are drafting your fantasy team, you want to know the positions you'll need to fill on your team. And so that means basically the players that you're going to pick and through and that they're all going to play against another team the next week. So a standard fantasy roster will include 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 flex spot. And that's for a flex is kind of like a special, you get to have an extra running back, wide receiver, or tight end. It's just to score you some extra little points. And then 1 defense, 1 kicker. And then depending on how many people are in your fantasy league, you're going to have a bench. And that can include typically 5 to 7 bench players who they won't be a part of your active lineup. But when there's bye weeks, you'll move some players around. Or if someone gets hurt, you'll use your bench players.
And it's primarily offensive players besides just your 1 defense is a team. It's not picking a defensive player. You pick an entire team's defense.
Yes. So, yeah. Basically, that's like your starting lineup. And then sometimes, depending on your league, will include 1 to 2 injury reserve spots, meaning that, like, say someone in your starting lineup like sprains an ankle, you can move that player to the extra spot in injury reserve and like then you can put a bench player in your whatever your starting spot. This just basically allows you to keep that guy without having to drop somebody else.
Mhm.
So it's like a free safety spot, essentially.
Beautiful. So that's like just the team itself, the positions you need to fill whenever you draft a team.
Yes. Yes. And then, so basically, once you have like all these players, so you're going to have your team, right? And now it's kind of like, okay, so like what the hell goes on now?
Mhm.
So every week you're going to be playing against another person that has drafted a team. And basically, your goal is to score more points than them. And so that kind of brings us to, okay, well, how do you score a point? Depending on your league, scoring can look different. For this, we're just going to explain like the standard. I feel like most leagues do a standard
The
PPR,
most
which is,
basic one, yeah.
yeah, which is a points per reception.
So league scoring is not going to be exactly the same in terms of like
Right.
how many points you get for something.
Mm-hmm.
But like generally, so like your wide receivers and your running backs will get a point per reception. So anytime they catch the ball, then
Yes.
they get maybe a point. And then it'll also add on like yards that they gain.
Right.
So they'll get points for catching the ball itself and then also how many yards they made it down the field. And then running backs will also get that, but running backs also carry the ball more where they're not necessarily getting
Right.
thrown to.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's called rushing yards. So they might get points for either every rushing yard or every 10 rushing yards. It just depends. So that's like the main source of points for wide receivers and running backs. And then
And
obviously touchdowns.
right. Yep. That's like your big money points too. Like if you get if you're like rushing a touchdown or receiving a touchdown, usually you're getting like, depending again once on your league, but it's like 6 points. Like those are your big plays. So as you can see, like running backs and wide receivers are a hot commodity in fantasy. They touch the ball a lot more and they have a lot more opportunities to score points for your team.
With quarterbacks, it's number of yards.
Yes. Yes.
So like they might get 1.5 for every 25 passing yards.
Yeah.
So they basically get points of how many passing yards and then touchdowns, whether that's throwing a touchdown or also if they run into the end zone themselves and get a touchdown,
Yes.
that's also points for them.
I'm trying to think of like any other like points
Like
that
the
are important.
defense
Yeah.
scoring, some of it will depend on the points they allow the other team to get. So like low scoring games, your defense might earn some points just for keeping it a low scoring game. But otherwise, like interceptions, fumble recoveries, those things obviously will go towards your defense.
Yeah. I mean, you can get points for your kicker because like we said earlier, your team is going to draft a kicker. So obviously you'll get points for kicks made. You can get more points depending on the distance. While you can also gain points, there are ways to lose points. So like for a quarterback, for example, like a passing interception thrown, you're going to lose a point. So obviously you don't want your quarterback to be like throwing darts to the other team because you're going to be losing points there. Another way to like lose points is fumbling the ball. And if you fumble the ball and lose it to that opponent. So I think if you fumble on a ball and you recover it, like if your team recovers, you don't lose anything. But if you fumble a ball and the other team recovers, you're going to be losing 2 points there.
Basically, when bad things happen, you might lose some points.
If bad things happen with the players on your team, yeah, you're going to lose some. And I mean, that like sucks, but that's just truly like the name of the game.
Because it's all based on like the real life games, which is why like when you have a fantasy team, then you're like, oh, well, maybe I want to watch this game because I need 10 points to beat my opponent this week. And I have one player left. Let's watch the game to see if they can get 10 points.
Yes.
That's what makes it fun.
That's what makes it so fun. And I will say that's what really got me into football. So when we started our fantasy league like 3 years ago, I was like, yeah, I'll join fantasy. I had no idea who players were. I needed my dad's help to help give me. I needed Cassidy's help, like to like pick.
She needed to phone a friend, y'all.
I needed to phone a friend and I needed multiple phones of friends. Like let's be
it
so
took a
fucking
village.
for real.
It took a village.
It did. My team was still ass. So like I don't think people cared that much, but it does. Like when you see like who's on your team and you're like, oh my God, I do need, like Cassidy said, like I need 3 more points to win. Like I'm gonna go turn on that game. It like the stakes are higher. It's like you have more invested because usually at the end of your whole fantasy season, someone's bringing home money. And like a lot of leagues too, like the biggest loser has to do some sinister ass task and you don't want to lose. So like
I
the
don't want to do
stakes are
that.
higher and it gets you. I will say like fantasy football really did help me get into regular football more.
Mhm.
Cause like I'm a GM, babe. Like this is my team. These are my
I'm a
guys.
manager.
This is my roster construction. I built this team from the ground up.
The fans are depending on me.
We're going to talk about drafting next week, and you can see how having a higher ranked wide receiver and running back on your team is more important than like a defense, a kicker, or even a tight end.
Yeah, and just some general tips and tricks. We might not get into like the nitty-gritty of players quite yet.
Right.
Maybe we'll do a segment closer to the season where we talk about some players we're personally avoiding or that we
Mm-hmm.
personally want. But I think just a general overview of do's and don'ts
Yeah.
is more of what we're talking about on this series.
Well, that is all we have for today. Next week, we will cover 2 more divisions in our divisional Dram segment. So stay tuned. And then we will escape back to our secret gardens where we will discuss drafting your fantasy football team. New episodes will drop every Wednesday morning on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Give us a follow on Instagram and TikTok at The Sisterly Shove. Talk to you all next week.
Yay, see you next week.